start that. That would help. Yeah, so how's everyone doing? I am shattered because I've just done a hit workout. Like, I didn't realize how unfit I was after doing this hit workout as well. It was just sweat pouring off me. It was not good. But hopefully my camera works today. It has been a little bit dodgy recently, I'll say that. This morning on a Teams call, I've been working from home today. So this morning it just stopped working, so that's great. Don't have high hopes today. But today is going to be kind of a relaxing one. Maybe relaxing, I don't know. Let's go. Oops, I need to go back and actually put my thing on here. What we're doing today, coding, right? Nice. Yeah. So my plan is to try and get this design in Figma. Hopefully I'll get some coding done. I'm actually really excited. So I've got this diabetic tracker website that I've built just for myself, and it needs graphs. Like, it really needs some graphs in here. And I have no idea how to build graphs. Obviously, there's like loads of third-party graph software things out there. I've used high charts and what's the other one I've used? I've forgotten the name of it now. But I've definitely used charting, like third-party plugins to build charts. But it's always fun to just like build stuff yourself and figure out how things work. Oops, I am muting that. So yeah, kind of looking forward to building this to try and figure out how to make my own charts. Now, I'm like in two minds about it. Do you build it with Canvas? Because on this example, there is hover effects going on. And I think that would be a lot harder on Canvas, maybe. But also, I have no idea how I would do it with HTML without like hard coding it. So that's where I'm kind of a bit stuck. But we'll give it a go. So yeah, I think design-wise, everything looks pretty simple. It is just the chart. Like, how do I code the chart to work? Because if we go back to this, I don't think I've actually read the README properly, by the way. So we'll read that now. You know, build this chart component close as possible. Use any tools. Like I say, I kind of want to keep things vanilla if I can. That would be nice. But they do provide a JSON file. This one. So you kind of need to make it dynamic, or that is an option. I don't think you need to. Yeah, bonus, dynamically generated bars based on the data provided. So I do want to get that done because then, like I say, it would be really good to build my own charting thing. But it depends. This is an array of objects. So how would you break that down? You kind of need a... If it was with React, I don't think it would be too difficult. But you could dynamically create it with JavaScript as well. A bit easier. So this might be a really nice one to actually come back to later on and do it with React or Vue. Vue is something, I think I touched on this last time I was live streaming. I can't remember. But Vue is something I would like to learn. And this might be like a really good stepping stone into Vue as well. Oh, let me show you something I was doing. CodePen. I've been building this a little bit. It was actually for work, but I was just doing it in CodePen to get like a kind of an idea of how to do it. I love CodePen for like just playing around. I was quite happy with this. So you select a pattern and you can... This bit I'm not too happy about. This like shape and position. You see it goes like an offset issue there. And like borders and stuff. So I was generally like, kind of happy with that. But yeah, I've got a bit of work to do on it. So if I include the border, it's pretty cool. Anyways, that was just a little random thing to show you. Right. I think we can go over into Figma. So yeah, two designs. Let's, oops, why is this changed over here? Two designs. You got the data, index file, style guide. Those are the colors, which is, I think that's really nice that Font Awesome give you these like style guides. Obviously, if you pay for like, is it the Pro Premium? I can't remember the actual naming of it. But if you pay for like the better version, I'm just going to call it Pro version, you get the Figma or Adobe files. It's just something I don't pay for, so I don't get those. And in a way, I do kind of like building my own Figma files. I'm not very good at Figma. I am god awful, right? But, oops, wrong screen. But I do like it because then I can kind of visualize it a little bit better in my mind, how things are going to come together. So we can go over and create a new Figma file. What I generally do, and this probably isn't a good thing, but I do it anyways, I just create loads of squares with the actual colors. So soft red is this. Ah, it's annoying that it doesn't. I'm just going to put this over here while I'm doing this, actually. That's, I've just overwritten it. Right, 10, 79, 65, and this is soft red. So I just like to have like the colors easy at hand so I can use the color picker. The cyan is 186, 34, and 60. Then we've got neutral colors. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. I might make these a little bit smaller. We've got a dark brown, which is 25, 47, 15. That's very dark. A medium brown is 28, 53. That's quite nice, actually. It's weird thing to say about color, but I do like that brown. We got cream, which I may have to put a border on this. Maybe not, actually. And this one's not going to fit on, so I'm just going to put it down there. This I am going to put a border on because I don't think I'll be able to see it. Very pale orange, 33, 198. Yeah, that is very pale. Cool, so I got my colors up. That's like generally how I started out. I just get all the colors together. Sometimes I do like font as well. Let's just do that now. So it was called DM Sans. And it was, let's just do font family Lee DM Sans. Font size is 18 pixels. I need to change that, obviously. Font weight 400, 700. So let's change that to, where is font weight at? I think it's just bold, isn't it? And all of that becomes 18 pixels. Nice. Make that a bit bigger. Okay. So anything else I'm missing on the style guide? Let's have a quick look. So mobile 375, desktop 1440. We got the colors, we got the font, and yeah, we're all good. It's actually got the link as well, which is pretty cool. So next up, I will do mobile version, I think. And I do kind of, I wouldn't say cheat, design files. So you get these versions. And I'm just going to drag these in. And I add a frame for a mobile, something like that. So I like it having it side by side, because then I can just compare it quite nicely. So the background is going to be this nice orange. We have got a square here. Looks like it should be 90%. I'm really bad at judging this, but I'm going to go 10 pixels and give it that red. I just like drag it over, you can kind of see it's not big enough. I'll add a stroke just so you can tell the difference there. I can remove the stroke now. Nice. That's yeah, I'm kind of happy with where that is. I just want to duplicate this down. 15 pixels looks like a good gap. Change this to not that one. That one. Nice. Also, I don't know if it said that in the README. Did it? Am I like being totally blind? Oh yeah, the current days bar is highlighted in a different color, which is going to be pretty nice. So that's, oops, that's why in this image Wednesday is a different color. Nice cup of tea. What else have we really got going on? We've got, is that an icon? Oh, look at the images. This looks to be, yeah, that's an image. So we get that logo provided, which is also very nice. I can just go there and we can add some text. My balance. Bring that down, make it bold. We're using, whoops, dollars. $921.48. Again, this would be really nice to make that total dynamic. Maybe we can't actually. Let's just double check the JSON. Anyone good with maths? That's not going to equal 900 at all. So we can't use the JSON for this value, nor the total month or the percentage. They're going to have to be hard coded, unfortunately. Would have been really nice if we could have used the JSON, but it doesn't. It's just not possible. I do think this should be slightly bigger than 18 pixels. This feels like it should be more 24 maybe. Oh, that is like spot on. So 24 is 1.5 of 18, if I'm right, yes. And I think this is all right as 18. Maybe it could be a little bit smaller. So again, this is kind of like why I use Figma. It's not like a really good science. Also, that should be lowercase b. But you can kind of work on the spacing ever so slightly as well. That's all right. Good with that. -9. Whoops. Yeah, that's okay in my mind. So I need to add the spending part now. And that is bold as well. Spending last 7 days. And put that up to 24. See here, it doesn't have that letter spacing on, does it? Yeah. Then we just got the chart. I'm going to leave the chart. I'm not going to design the chart in Figma. So I do really need to think about that a little bit more. But I will add in the line. I don't think that's right. There we go. Nice. And the color is that. Oh, it's not that big. 2? Yeah. Happy with that. I feel like that's not got much of a contrast, that text. I'm going to copy this down. I'm just going to change this to 478.33. Again, copy that to be plus 2.4%, but the size is obviously a lot lower. I'm going to do 18. I want to see if that is 18. I think that could be smaller. Might be like 0.75. Maybe not. Has it got that weird letter? I'm going to keep it as like the same as what I had before, -9. And it's just the two text values. Let's add in those. I totally put that in the wrong place. Total this month. Again, it doesn't look like it should have letter spacing on this one. It's really bizarre where this letter spacing is coming in. I'm going to delete that and change the color. Oh, is this the light brown one? It is. Where's the dark brown used at? Ah, this isn't black. That's dark brown. I need to do that on these two as well. That's the one, yeah. Nice. Do you think that should? That's 18, that's 18. I don't know if that's too big. It just feels very squashed in my mind. So is this -9 as well? It is. It did not look like it was. I feel like that is. I'm going to do -8. Nope. It's still could do. No, it's not line height at all, is it? -7. Go with -7. But then I want to change this one because I feel like they just need to be consistent. There was one more, wasn't there? This one was also -9, so that would be -7. That's pretty much the mobile done. So how am I going to do this? I always think this is a draw tool and it's not. Is it? It is. Oh, this is terrible. Let's undo that. I'm using this. Yeah, so this is going to be a container. Let's just get rid of that and add a stroke. Then this will be another container. That'll be, this main one will be display flex, probably. Same with this one, that'll be display flex. So I'm happy with that. Just undo those. This one, I think it's going to be a little bit more challenging. obviously container. Then it will be title. So this would probably like display grid, display flex, either or. This is going to be another component. Well, not component, but it'll just be like a HR or something. And then this. Is there a shortcut to just like doing this? Maybe I can just duplicate it. So it's going to be something like that on the second one, where you've got a container, a grid, and then this one at the bottom is going to be another container with two divs. And these will probably just be display flex with some sort of alignment issue going on. Hey, Rise, how's it going? That's mobile. Really tempted just to code the mobile up. It's just this graph. I think the graph is just going to have to be created with JavaScript. And I could, so let's have a look. What am I building? I'm just going through Frontendmentor challenge right now. Just doing something a little bit different. I finished off the Odin project. What did I do with C development? What did I call it? Top homepage? I can't remember. Yeah, I finished this off last week. So I was quite happy with that. That kind of got me in the mood to do more like CSS, HTML things. So I'm just running through Frontendmentor. Plus, with this charting one, I'm kind of interested in building charts for my diabetic site. It'd be really, really cool to graph this. So figuring out how to build a chart myself is going to be quite fun. Hey Louise, how's it going? I'm not sure whether to do the... So you get these design files with Frontendmentor. I've just done the mobile version, but I don't know whether to go through and do the desktop version. I don't think there's much point, because it's very similar. Cheers, Rise. I think this is quite an easy challenge. It is, yeah, junior. Well, I say I think it is just the graphing part I might struggle with. You think keep doing Canvas? Not Canvas, Figma. Yeah, it's probably better to do that. Just finish it all off. I'm going to delete these little square rectangles I've just put in. So I do that to like break up where I think my containers and divs are going to be. I just find it so much easier. Let's just get a new frame. It's only telling you to do it on desktop and mobile. So I'll do mobile first, and then it should be fairly straightforward to get desktop up and running. Almost can like drag this across, I think. But it just needs to be bigger. Why can't I center it? There we go. So let's try and make this a bit bigger. Which one's the desktop? It's quite a bit bigger, isn't it, actually? Chunky one. Something like that. Look. I put the image on here. Let's undo that. If I change these two around, then this can go on top. So it's pretty similar in size. I've got it. Needs to be a bit bigger. Let's add a stroke. Actually, so if this, let's just zoom this in a bit so I can see. Ooh, the border radius is wildly out, isn't it? That'd be like 20 pixels? Yeah. Nice. Where am I from? Northeast of England. How about yourself? Hopefully somewhere a little bit warmer. Oh yeah, that's fine there. But so this width is. I need a calculator. So I've got it. The width is 546 divided by. What's the width of a desktop again? 1440 divided by 14. So it should be 37, 38%. Okay. I'm from India. Nice. Do you do web development often, or are you just interested in coding? Get rid of this stroke. This is pretty straight. That text does look a lot bigger on desktop. In the style guide, it says font size 18. I don't know if I believe that. That is wildly different. 32. So that's. If I put this as 24, I think that should be okay. Yeah, maybe not actually. Should that be 18 still? Just looks really small. Oops, I've just messed that up. Nice. Ah, nice. How long have you been studying web development for? I am a software developer, by the way. So I've been a software developer for. How long have I been a software developer for? A year and 3/4 maybe. But I don't like the term self-taught. I think it's an awful term because it's like almost saying you're learning from first principles, and I don't agree with that. But I learned via the Odin project, which is this really good website. Highly recommend it. But I also have experience with SQL, which was kind of what landed me the job. Which is kind of something I don't like about all like web development courses right now. They teach you the MERN or mean stack. And SQL is just such a powerful thing. Like, I don't know why more tutorials don't teach you it. I think the issue is they it's probably more expensive to set up, and you can't really do the free tier stuff like you can with Mongo. I'm actually learning Mongo right now via the Odin project. I am actually enjoying it. It's quite fun. It's fairly straightforward. Quite happy with that. And this should probably get rid of that. Let's just double check. Perfect. Let's undo that. Again, delete that. It's weird that they've got this on mobile, but not on desktop. I guess with desktop, you have a lot more real estate to play with. Is there anything? That's not right. That should be 32. It is 32. Why does that look a lot smaller than it? Because it is a lot smaller. Wow. 48, that just seems a bit bizarre. Maybe make this a tad bigger. Quite happy with that. Let's see what I can do with this. Just go live. This is kind of what happens when you get the file. It's literally just a HTML file. I'm just going to close all them. I need to add a CSS and JavaScript file. You've got knowledge of many languages, but I've never tried to get deep in any of them. Yeah, I mean, each to their own, I guess. I think it's harder to spread yourself across many different languages. What's your favorite language so far then? We'll do index.javascript. And let's just add, oof, that looks terrible. Yeah, so this, I'm going to make that dynamic. Ooh, actually. No, I will, yeah. I was just thinking, if it's listed like this, you could almost put it in a UL, not UL. Yeah, UL. Unordered list, flex it, and then you could have the bars above it. Oh, that'd be really cool. But I don't think that's the way I'm going to go about it. So script index.javascript, and also up here, what's it again? Link CSS, isn't it? Link CSS styles. Nice. Let's just go through padding 0, margin 0, WebKit box sizing, border box, and duplicate that down. I don't know why I do this. It's just like a little bit of a reset I do. Really, I should do this, isn't it? Before and after, but I don't actually like doing those ones too much. So, got that. Let's do body. Ooh, no, before I do that, I want to do root. Primary, full stack application. Like with this one, I want to like add charts and stuff and make it a little bit more fancier. This is using Firebase, I think. Yeah, Vue and Firebase. And I'm just not the biggest fan of Firebase. It took me a long time to like understand it. But I think I got there in the end. I probably just couldn't do it now. It's been a little while since I've touched it. Primary color 2. What do they call this? Neutral. And I like my lower cases. What's it like working in a startup? Never really been in one before. Say my first developer job, and I'm still at the same place because I love the company. To be fair, it's a really nice working environment. Oops. So next up, I need a HTML where I just change the font size to be 18 pixels. Then I can use rems and stuff. I also need to import this. Can I import it? I can't import it like that, can I? It was 400, wherever 400 is. Remove all, and 700, I think, was the bold. Nice. Let's just copy that into here. I'm going to delete body for a second just because I don't like the line. And I'm going to do an import. Move the root around a little bit. I like my root at the top. Upright. I don't think I've heard of that one before. Is it pretty similar? I think the issue I had with Firebase is that I reached the limit as well. I think I hit. You can only do 10 projects, I want to say, free on Firebase, and then you gotta like delete one or pay for more, I think. And I also hit the read limit once on Firebase because I was using React and I had a use effect. I didn't have anything as a dependency, and it was just firing constantly this use effect, and I hit like 50,000 document reads in like an hour. I was like, oh no, I'm glad Firebase like just stopped working because I would have had a massive bill because I did not realize I left that out. All right, body, background, and it is, I've forgotten which one it is. Neutral 3. I think it's the color I want. Has that changed at all? I don't think it has. Has it? Body. It has not. Refuse to apply styles because it's. What have I done? That would help. Misspelled that. Okay. So, what should I do next? You don't need much knowledge of backend. You can connect to any. Ooh, really? You can connect to SQL. That might be quite good then. I'll look into that. I'll make a note of it. Notes. Notepad. Ah, right. It's in my note. Tell you what, I love the new note things on Notepad on Google, not Google, Windows 11. It like saves. You've got tabs. You don't actually have to save the file. It will just remember when you open a bit like VS Code. It's amazing. My life feels so much better with it. So I might. I'm just gonna like do loads of divs. I know it's not good, but I am. Div. I'll probably rewrite this a little bit. I want an image. Logo. And I want a display. Yeah. Height. Min height. Paula was showing me this trick the other day, and I'm using it a lot more. 100% or 78 rem, I think it was. And then it was, I think I used margin, inline, auto. That's not done the job. Maybe the issue is I'm not on mobile. Mobile. That has not done the job I wanted it. Oh, I can't put that here. Oh, I'm an idiot. Delete that. 100 view width. I think the market is a bit weird. I know we tried to, we did recruit recently. I was helping a little bit with the interviews. A lot of, so where, like I say, I use SQL, and that's something we kind of look for. It's not necessary, but it's something we kind of would like people to have. But no one's using it now, so it's really difficult. So I think there's definitely jobs out there. It's just trying to find a good company you want to work for. In my mind, skills can always be learned. I think that's like kind of what we say. Skills can be learned. So I'm definitely more, when I interview, like I look for personality. I think that's a lot better. That's just like my preference. Some other companies, like maybe it's different with startups as well, because they kind of need to hit the ground running. They kind of want people with more skills, I guess. Class. I'm just going to call this header. I really should have just made this a header. Maybe I should. Header. 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 Var primary one. Nice. Hey. I am from the northeast England. How about yourself? Can I share social media? There's a Discord. I don't know if I've got it in my thing, but my Discord's pretty much dead. I rarely use that. And Instagram. I do have Instagram, but again, I barely post on it. I literally posted before because I did a hit workout. Yeah, I did it. I did a hit workout, and I was sweaty as. Hey, from India, nice. I'll post this in the chat if anyone wants it. I say I do not post a lot. I might try. DMs through Insta. Yeah. Oh, there's the Discord. Let me get the Discord up as well. That's probably a lot better to reach me. I will. Oops, post this over here. Where's my invite people? Does that work? This will expire soon, but this might be a better way to reach me. I think my camera is just frozen again, hasn't it? Don't know if it's my camera or no, it's fine. I've been having issues with my camera recently. What kind of stuff do you want to learn? So I was saying Frontendmentor is kind of how I learned web development. It's it takes you through all the basics. It's really nice. You know, you've got HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and it teaches you by kind of doing projects, which I think is amazing. The other place I tried to learn a little bit was Free Code Camp. The responsive web design, I like that. I have no idea. It's probably all changed since the last time I looked at this. JavaScript, I did not like. But again, this has got beta on, so they could be reworking it. But when I did the JavaScript course on Free Code Camp like 2.5 years ago, I didn't understand a thing. I have recently done the C# one. Now, if you're brand new to coding, it might be a good way to learn some things. But again, I wasn't sold on it. I've done a bit of C# before, and this was like a long slog. Like, it took a long time to do, and I personally, like, from my level of C#, I didn't get enough out of it really to warrant putting that amount of time into it. So yeah, I'd rank it with the Odin project first, and then Free Code Camp. And if you're doing web development, Frontendmentor, just go through and start these challenges. That's what I'm doing right now. They've got it, yeah, newbie ones, so really simple ones, and just work your way up. Definitely learn by doing projects. That's the takeaway, to be honest. Yeah, so I don't think it should be 78 RAM. I think that is too much. Let's try 56 RAM. How big is 56 RAM? 48? I feel like this should be a lot smaller than it is. Let's go 8 just to make sure it's changing. Yeah, it is. Softwares. To master coding, ooh, that is a difficult question. I haven't mastered coding. I don't think you, personally, in my opinion, you can't master coding. It's something that you should be learning constantly because it's an ever evolving field. So you're always learning. But so my total background, a degree in mathematics, and my previous job history has been in analytics. And that's where I did a little bit of coding. I did SAS, it was called, statistical analytical software. Did a bit of R, and that's where I kind of learned a bit of SQL. I also did Excel VBA. If you ever want to like just automate stuff, Excel VBA is amazing. I couldn't thank it enough for how much it saved me time and energy once I built something and automated. I used to just click buttons on Excel and it would do my job for me. It was great. So that's kind of like my background. And then I took 9 months. I left my job. It was a really big risk. I would not recommend it to anyone, to be honest. But I left my job and started studying web development. And even with a background with coding, it took me 9 months to land a job as a software developer. So and I'm nowhere near a master. I would still call myself a junior. Others might disagree, but I would call myself a junior. Programming in C++ is something I've never done. It's like one of the lower level languages, isn't it? I think it's lower than C#. Yeah. I'm just playing around with numbers right now. I might do 90. Next.js. Yeah, like I say, I think I'm kind of going to pivot towards Vue a little bit. I think this next year coming, we're starting to use Vue at work. Although, well, I'm not personally, but we are like going in that direction a little bit. So I actually, Admiral. I think this app might have been built in Next.js. If anyone, yeah, I'll send this in chat in case anyone wants to play it. I was really happy with this app. Actually, Gridshot is the one I like to play. I just found this really fun. It's built with HTML Canvas. So I did do it as a DOM element, but then my colleague kind of just wrote a little bit of code in the console and he cheated. So I was not happy with that. Again, this is something which I kind of want to do full stack app with, because right now it doesn't save any scores or users or anything. So I think it'd be really cool to build a leaderboard and dashboards and stuff based on that. Oh man, that was pretty good. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is built with. I haven't touched this in a long time as well, but I think this is Next.js. Aim trainer. Yeah, Next.js. I don't think this works on mobile, by the way, because I built it for PC gaming at the time. I was playing a lot of Apex Legends, so I needed to get better. This one's quite good as well. It will. Oh, I don't think the ball size was correct. Let me refresh the page. I don't think that was right. Oh, random ball size. Okay. I want decreasing. So every time you click and get it right, it should decrease. So you have to aim, get a little bit closer. Yeah, this one I'm not great at. And when you don't hit the target, I think it should get bigger. Like if I just like click randomly, you can see my percent going down. Yeah, it's gotten bigger. I'm getting a bit sidetracked. So, where was I at? I need a border radius. Yeah, I'm going to change this back to like 78 rem. 90%, that's fine. Margin, inline, auto. Nice. Border radius. I think I had it as 10% on the mobile one, but I don't know if that was correct. Display, flex, align, items, center. Justify content space evenly or space evenly. We'll try that. 20% definitely isn't right. Oh, maybe it's the height that's wrong. Let's have a quick look. Height, min height. Let's put that as 100. A little bit better. And then I've got a header, div, display, flex, flex direction, column. Why is that not working? Oh, it's not working because it's one element. So I might put this in a span. Nice. Making which bit fixed, sorry? I might put, no, I'll change that to, yeah, I'll change that when I do a media query, I think. Yeah, I might put a display flex on here. Yeah, I think a display flex would be nice on the body. And then flex direction column, gap 1 rem. Something like that. It's not line items I need. I might need a line items in fact. Justify content center. Thanks for this sub, mate. Oh, that's gone horribly wrong. Actually, no, it might be okay once I add everything else in. Okay, so this I'm being really specific here. I don't know if it's good. Font weight bold, and it was font size was 1.5 rem. I do not like how this is looking, if I'm being honest. I feel like there should be more space. Oh, CSS battle. Oh man, I think you would absolutely destroy me right now. Maybe I'll post one on the Discord. We can all try and have a go. But well, maybe not tonight. Maybe over the weekend. Says CSS Battle did an update, didn't it? CSS Battle. They did do an update like a while ago. Oh, actually, that's reminded me of another thing I used to use. Oh, what was it called? It's something similar to CSS Battle, but you can use like multiple languages. Code Wars, isn't it? Is it Code Wars? Let me double check. Code Wars. Yeah. Thanks for the sub, mate. This, if anyone, oh, they've updated that. I love that effect. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, this is also really good for anyone wanting to practice the skills. It got a little bit repetitive, and maybe some of the rankings like were quite a big jump. I noticed in some of them, but again, it's just more resources for anyone to practice. But Rice, if you've joined the Discord, post a CSS battle, and I will give it a go when I get some time over the weekend. I think. I know this one. So we've got the header kind of done. I might change this. Let's just. Where's my inspect tool gone? So also, I think every developer should use the dev tools a lot more. Like I've still got to practice with it. Why is this gone weird? Oh, it's this one I want actually. I think it might be that one, isn't it? Space around. It's not space between because I don't want it flush to the edge. I think space around is much better. How long am I streaming for? I was thinking. What time is it now? Maybe probably at least another half hour, but maybe up to an hour, depending how well my brain works. To put it bluntly. Oh, I've just done the one thing I said I didn't want to do. Space around is what I want. Hey, Ronnie. How's everything going? Let's get rid of the Odin project, actually. So I need this one done next. Yeah, on Twitch, I've been playing a lot of BattleBit recently. I find it really relaxing to play BattleBit. I don't know why. Apart from I'm terrible. I've suddenly gotten into sniping a little bit. But the thing that really annoys me is like the bolts. I want to be able to shoot constantly. If you don't, I've just closed the tab, I think. But if you want to get into web development, I can't recommend the Odin project enough. It takes you through all the basics. Like they've got this foundations. It's what I used to learn web development, really. So you've got the Odin project. I would probably rank it up there as number one. You learn by doing projects, so they give you information. You read a lot. There is sometimes a bit too much information, but generally it's really good. So do that, and then you build off projects. Really, really the best way to learn, to be honest. Because you make mistakes, and then you try and figure out how to fix those mistakes. What am I waiting on today? I am doing Frontendmentor. Just a little challenge. I haven't got any project to work on with the own project right now because I am kind of learning MongoDB with the Odin project, so I haven't got anything to work on. I skip your message? What games do I play on Twitch? Yeah, BattleBits is really the main game I'm playing right now. And I did Warhammer Vermintide, I believe it's called. Ooh, do I prefer actually other games? I did used to play Apex, but the servers are really terrible, so I'm no longer playing Apex. And that's kind of the main games I'm playing right now. But do I prefer Linux or Windows? That is a really good question. I think I prefer Windows just because Linux can be a bit of a handful. So ages ago I did have like a really old refurbished desktop. Windows crashed and I installed Linux. It was just Ubuntu. And I was trying to do like video editing on that. And it just wasn't going well. It was like such a pain to like modify all the files. I do have Linux Mint on a laptop. On one of my laptops, I dual boot that, but I pretty much just use Linux Mint to be honest. On that, really like it. I do quite like coding on Linux, but like Windows is just I don't know. Everything kind of sort of works a bit better on Windows, like especially gaming. I just don't game on Linux at all. I think it's impossible. Nah, not impossible. I'm pretty sure there's. I was reading a few months ago, someone was like making a distribution just for gaming. So I need something here. Let's call this main. Let's not call it main. Let's use the main section and wrap this in a We'll do H2. Developer, go for Windows. I don't know. I do think developers can work on Windows pretty well. I'm just thinking of what doesn't work. Then you got like Visual Studio. Does that work on Linux? I don't know if it does, you know. I think you can do like C# applications on Linux, but can you use the actual GUI? I don't know. Mac is also up there, isn't it? As a oh yes, you can. It works. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure it did. So in main, I've totally forgotten what I've called these colors. I think it's this one I need now. Yeah, kind of works. Basically advantage. Yeah, that is true. I was using when I was doing that Mongo DB course. I was using the command line, and obviously the command line in why didn't that work? Oh, it's a different button on there. That is why I get mixed up with Linux sometimes. I was pressing the wrong buttons. Like the command line here is really nice, but then I was using the Windows command, and I was just messing everything up. I could not do it. Oh, thanks for the sub, mate. Yeah, it's really not used too much. You also have, was it PowerShell? This is something slightly different, and I don't think I've ever touched PowerShell. I am just about to repeat some code, and I don't like it, so I'm going to cut this. Does anyone try to do the dry principle, or do you just kind of go about it? To be honest, I don't know if many people write CSS code that much anymore. I know I use Bootstrap quite a bit. I rarely write. My bot doesn't say. Um, that might be to do with. I'm pretty sure there's a setting on your YouTube channel which kind of notifies the person whether or not you subscribe. Um, I don't know if that might be the issue. But anyways, thank you for the sub. This is looking a bit strange, isn't it, on mobile? Why is that text so large? I I, I kind of agree with you, but it's also really like sometimes when you're just building something nice and quick, it's really nice just to have Bootstrap there and like Tailwind, CSS. So I've never used Tailwind. What's the pros of Tailwind over like Bootstrap? See, I can't do that again, can I? Professional copy and paster. Here I am. So I'm going to add a new section here. I'm going to give this a class of graph. So this will be where I'm going to do dynamic charting, I think. It's my idea anyways. It's bootstrap version of Tailwind. Okay. Is there that much difference? Ooh. I want to do a horizontal row, but I need to style it. Do you think it's better to do a horizontal row and style it, or create like a span and do it myself? I might do it as span. My horizontal row. And then I want another section. I'm going to give this a class of details. And this will be moved up into here. Indent, indent. I'm just going to comment this out. Nice. What's the bet that I get the graph done tonight? Right now I'm feeling 50-50. Oh, I've just changed language on my keyboard. There we go. Span. I need to make some more classes because this isn't. Oops, I thought I put that. Use border instead of HR or span. So, you mean like that? I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. That's not right, is it? Oh, border top property. Right. I was really confused there for a second. I was like, there is no element called border, is there? Have I missed something? I guess so. We would use div and then that's a block element. Oh, just duplicate that. I'm all over with my keyboard tonight. Span. Span. So what I want here and here is class. I'm just going to call it font weight bold. I should probably do that over here just to make it a little bit more concise. I did this instead. So I'm going to move that out. I think you can tell that I use Bootstrap since I just called it font weight bold as well, right? Border top or below section tag. Would that work? The border top of the below section tag. Yeah, because they are in line, aren't they? Yeah, that is a good shout, actually. And that would just be like padding, wouldn't it? Like I'd have padding between these two. That is a very good shout, actually. Thank you. So I can delete. Where was it? This one. I might make another class as well. I'm really going down the Bootstrap route right now. Let's just copy this whole bit. Let's do this further down at the bottom. The flex is display flex, flex column. Oh, I've just deleted that. The flex here. I'm going full Bootstrap on my own. Align, no, justify content around, I think is what I need. Is it space around? Yes. Okay. So what do I call that class? I'm just going to add that border top in now. That was a very good shout. Border top. 2 pixels, solid, and I cannot remember for the life of me what color it was. Oh, no. I need to do this, right? Do I? No, it's not in main. It's definitely that one. So I really like margin inline auto. Made life so much easier. Yeah, that looks good. I just need a padding top now. Give it 1 rem. See what that looks like. Actually, let's try padding. Oh, what did I just click there? Is that big enough? I don't know if I... Oh, I'm going to go like with that. Yes. That looks good. I'm actually going to add that up here maybe. Oh yeah. Yeah, I bet it's quite late over in India actually. But good night. Thanks for popping by and thanks for the sub. Good chatting to you. And let me know if you've posted the CSS battle. Let me know. Yeah, catch you on Discord. Have a good night. I feel like I'm duplicating code a little bit too much here. What I was about to do is copy this. Oh, I've already done that. What is wrong with my text then? Do you do regular streams? So I do. I normally stream on Twitch, to be fair. So I stream UK time Wednesday at about 7:30. That's my coding stream, and then on Sundays I do a gaming one at about 10 o'clock in the morning. But I've recently started streaming on YouTube again. So YouTube, I'm just gonna like do a dual stream of the coding one. That'll just be Sunday, wrong date, Wednesdays at 7:30. And I just like generally stream building projects. I did go through free code camp. Uh, this was like 2 months ago now, maybe. I was streaming this, like learning C# with free code camp. And I got mixed reviews on it. I probably should do a video on it when I get some time. But yeah, I prefer building projects when I'm streaming. Let's do graph as well here and give it a same padding. I don't know what's going on. Oh, I know what's going on with my H1 because I've done a reset. So my H1, oh, is it H1 or H2? Sorry, my H2 doesn't have any padding, and that is the issue. Damn. Ah, nice one. What are you coding in? Like, which language are you coding with? Or are you not coding at all and just need some inspiration? Adding one RAM? I don't know if that's going to be too much. Definitely too much. Um, hmm. I am going to rewrite some of this code because it is terrible. header, header, main. What else have I used this on? H2 and details. I think that's all. H2 details. Move that into here, and then I can delete some of my duplicated code, like this bit and this bit. I think that still lines up, hopefully, maybe. Oh, that doesn't work as I thought it would. Space, I think this actually has to be space between. Now that I've put that width on, this should be between. I always get really self-conscious when I'm coding live that I can't spell. like, I feel like I'm going to make loads of really bad spelling mistakes. Oh, that's cool. Beginner, yeah. HTML, CSS. How are you studying? Like, are you using any resources? I do think HTML is such a good like entry language into coding. Generally, I just think web development's a really good field. I know I'm a little bit biased, but I really like the idea of that you can make a change and it appears on screen. Whereas like with some coding languages, you don't get that instant feedback. So I think for like beginners, it is really nice language to learn. Uh, language, maybe not the right term, but so I need a few more things, I think. Yeah, I'm making loads of like helper classes now. I'm just font size 1.5 rem. Rem or M? I think I might go M. Oops. So that should be on this one. Is that bigger? Yeah, I think that's okay. Then I need some sort of align items. I feel like something is missing. And I think the problem is if we look at this, I'll go to the actual image. Is it because this is so big? That's put. I think it is, isn't it? This needs to be bigger. Oh, I've lost my thing. Got a project. Oh, nice. What kind of project are you able to share, or is it? kind of secret. Oh, definitely don't ever be afraid to like Google or use ChatGTP. I would say with ChatGTP, it's really useful, but don't just go around copying the code. Try and understand it a little bit more, because I mean, we always joke at work that we're like professional copy pasters, but we do have to understand what we're pasting in. If that makes sense. I'm gonna do this again. I feel like something I need to align self end is not what I'm after. Clearly, let's put that. No, wrong flex. So I think that is actually what I want. The problem is this isn't big enough. It's definitely not rem. Yeah, that's not the problem, because I don't think it actually has made any change. Being honest. So I think this might be, oops, 2. 2 looks good. 2 definitely looks good. Yeah, let's go with that. Ooh. And then I need 2 aligned selves, because I need to align this box to the end, and then this one I think needs an align self end as well. Yes, perfect. So let's create that helper class. Align self and is it flex end or just end? I thought it was just end. I would have lost it. Oh no, it is flex end. Flex end. Awesome. So that goes here, and this one. Perfect. I'm going to remove that little highlighted section. Okay. So now the problem with the chart. This is going to be fun. All right. I'm going to give myself half an hour to try and smash this out. See if I can. I'll be annoyed if I don't. Let's just say that. Yes, I do want to turn my alarm off. Okay. Oh yeah. Just had an email earlier today. I don't know if anyone else uses Amazon Prime. But what do you think of Amazon starting to put adverts in their Prime videos? I just noticed that because I had the email. I a bit annoyed, to be honest. Like you pay for a service, and then you know that they're also adding adverts in it. It just feels a bit bizarre. It's kind of also why I haven't bought YouTube Premium yet. I feel like that's where they're gonna go down. Like honestly, the ads on YouTube are just ridiculous. But I think when more people have got Premium, they're gonna do like a second tier where you know pay to get rid of ads, because again, it just feels like it's going to be a horrible cycle. That's my opinion, anyways. Hopefully, it doesn't come to that. I can be really pessimistic at times. No query selector. This is going to be 0. I know there's going to be 1. It's not like I'm rendering that dynamically. So now, how am I going to do this? Actually, first I've totally forgotten how to get. Oh, I've just noticed something. Oh, I don't like that. I've just noticed this isn't right again. Let's just make a quick. Ooh, how am I going to fix this? So the problem is this div. I'm going to give this name of balance. And I cannot spell apparently. Balance. Okay, and I think this should actually be the same as these. Balance like that, because I've got header, and then I can get rid of this. Yeah, let's get rid of this and add. Oh no, I've messed this up. Balance doesn't need this. I lied, but it does need display flex and flex. I may have just broken everything. I'm not gonna lie. Flex column. This should have a class deflex and justify content between, I think. Now the problem is the alignment. So how am I going to fix that? How am I going to fix it? The MSHK project is nothing serious, just doing it for knowledge. That sounds like the perfect project, to be honest. That's why I always do projects. So if I go back to this project I built was to learn a little bit about Next.js and more so on Canvas. And this one, a personal project I've got, is learning Vue. So I think the best way to learn is just finding something you want to try and then building it. But yeah, how am I going to fix this? There is definitely a problem with. I think maybe I do need balance in here. I thought that might have fixed it. Oops. Oh yeah, you always have like a little celebration when you've managed to fix a problem you've been stuck on for ages. I'm gonna do a terrible little hack, I think. I shouldn't do this, but I am. I might actually break it, to be fair. Yeah, I did. Okay, I don't know what I've just done there. And balance. Perfect. Feels good. Okay. I've actually totally forgotten how to. I'm gonna have to Google it. Import JSON into JavaScript. I have totally forgotten how to do this. Let's have a quick glance through a few of these. Is it just can I just do JSON.parse? It's bad that I've totally forgotten how to do that. How do you keep track of everything? In what sense do you mean keep track of everything? My mind is terrible. It's like everywhere. But I will say the best thing. I kind of get made fun of a little bit at work. I write down everything in a notebook. Like when I'm at work, I mean. And I just don't see the point of keeping things in your head. So if I've got something, I'll write it down. And I've also used that to write stupid questions to myself because that helps me think. Fetch. Oh, I'm an idiot. Right. Let data equal ooh. What is it under? It is just data JSON. I'm just gonna copy this to be honest. As I say, professional copy paste. There I am. JSON. I actually shouldn't have that, but what am I going to do? Let's just do this for a second, see if it works. Yeah, so we got the data back Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we got the amounts. Nice. So if I do this again and get rid of the console log, I can just, oops. Yeah, I am not afraid to Google things if I get stuck. Ooh, promise pending. Promise result. I need an await. I do an await then? No. Async. Nope, I can't do it like that. Let me think this through. Let me think this through. Is this gonna work? I doubt it. I feel like my brain is now fried. Async, await, fetch, await, return. And can I call it immediately? No. Do you do it like this? It's still promise pending. Actually, no. I am being an idiot, aren't I? I do need to write a function to get the data. And I should have that as an async function, kind of to mimic as if it was a database call, and then I would just call the function at the end. I'm getting there. Looking great. Yeah, I'm not looking for any promos for the channel or anything like that. But thanks for the offer. So what I need is function get data. And this is going to be an async function. Async. And just basically move this. Delete all the horrible code I just wrote. Move this up. Await is only valid in an async function. True. Get data. Nice. Ooh, that took a lot more time than I thought it would. So we got data. Now I sort of need to transpose it into something workable. So we go back to the actual image. So in this case, I think it'd be quite easy to create like an element per column. I just don't think this is how I want to do charts in the future. That's my only issue. I kind of wanted to use this project as a way to learn how to like build my own charts, because as I said earlier, I want to put charts on this website, one that I've made. And I think how I'm doing it here is not going to work. I mean, it will work in this instance, but not for what I want. You've done a well done, you did a thing. Yeah, I did do a thing. So I'm just going to write some notes. I said, gotta love writing notes. I want proper notes. There we go. So first up, I want a. Do I need it? I'm thinking, do I want a container to put them in? I'm going to say yes for now. Container to put in bars. So I need to create a element per bar. It's in the bar. I need a bar and a legend. Do you call it legend? No, what's it called? I've got it. What is it called? It's not tick. Label? Label? Maybe? Create an element per bar. Within the bar, I need a bar and a label. A class for today's bar, I think. My concern is alignment, I think. Well, I'm just going to start doing it and see where I come up. Select bar container document dot creates element div of div. Then I'm going to do data dot for each bar. Just do console dot log bar dot. I can't remember what it was, so I'm just going to console log it. So I got date and amount. Nice. I also should be like pre-appending these with a $sign, I think. But that can come in a little bit. Oh. So bar container data for each. How am I going to do this? It's like setting the height. The problem, I think, so yeah, let me try and articulate what my issue I think is going to be. I don't know which bar is going to be the biggest bar, so I don't know how much height the bar should take up of the parent, if that makes sense. So I think before I do this for each where I'm creating the bar, I need to find out max amount. That is going to be data dot reduce, I think. Previous, current. If I think this is the right way to do it. Correct me if I'm wrong. Else return previous, and the initial value should be 0. I think I've got that right. Bar has already been declared. It has bar L. Yes! Max amount is that. So bar L dot class name is going to be bar. And I'm going to do something terrible. New date. Get day. Get date. How do you do how do you know what week date is? I might do something even worse. To string substring. It's not substring, is it? 0. Oops. Oh, that's not good. That's work stuff. Lowercase. I'm just bodging this right now. Let today equal this. So I've got a way to see if the bar I'm currently on is part of today. So I can do bar dot day equal to today. Today. Else what do I want to do? This. Yeah, so I got one bar with today. Nice. I'm actually doing it on Wednesday as well. Oh, it'd be so good if I get this working now. So I want the height to be bar dot amount divided by max amount times 100. I don't know why I'm wrapping this in percent. Okay, I'm doing it now. Plus percent. I was going to say, should I round it? But maybe I don't really care. There is also a hover state I have not looked at for. This is the hover state. I'm going to ignore that for now. And come back to it probably next time. init text is equal to I don't think this is right. I'm going to move this down here. Let's say bar container. I'm just losing my voice now. Append child bar L. Then I want label L, and then I want to do graph area dot append child bar container. I have no idea if this is going to work. Doesn't seem like it. Cannot read undefined. Where at? What? Right, we're debugging. Bar container. Bar container is a div. And it's got child. Why is it not? Oh, it hasn't got a label. Okay, let's just do this one. Boom. Do it again. Bar container, div, and it's got those two in. Perfect. What is graph area then? Graph area is undefined, and that is my issue. What did I call it? It is graph. Class graph. Graph area document.queries. Oh, that's the issue. When you use query selector all, then I needed to define the thing. But if I remove that and press play, we've got something. It's like we've written onto the HTML page. Okay. Right. Styles. Let's go back here. Graph. Might just be better to do this. Deflex, flex. I don't need that. Well, that's horrendous. I'm not using flex. I'm going to my trusty grid. I love display grid. I don't know why. Grid, template, rows. I want 4FR, 1FR. That's not right. No. Nope. I'm not using that. So I do need display flex here. But I need bar container to have a class. This looks really messy. I'm just going to break this up a little bit. Bar container. And then it's bar container that will be display grid. Grid template rows. Let's do another one here evenly. I'm so close. All right, now I need bar. Background. Now, the issue. Flex. This is where I always get close. So close. Also, let's just do. Come on. I've got 2 minutes. Why is that not changing color? Because CSS works by cascading. I'm so happy. The only problem is just the height of the actual container. So let's put a min height on maybe. And do I want more of a padding? Did that change? Did let's do padding top. I don't think I need one on the bottom, to be fair. Oh, I am chuffed. I am chuffed. Delete that. And I'm just like bodging a few things right now. Don't mind me. 1.5. I'm quite happy. I mean, that looks horrendous, but generally I'm quite happy. That is the mobile version. Kind of done. I think there's a few issues where maybe this isn't right. So how can I make those bars all the same? Hmm. How can I make the bar width the same without hard coding? That's definitely not doing it. Is it flex grow? Or is that what flex one does? I can never remember. Yeah, flex one does that. That's not the issue unless. I've got one idea, but I don't like it. Is that because I've took off flex grow as well? Yeah. Well, that's something that they should be aligned center. But that can come later. So flex scroll works there. It's just when it's small, it looks a bit weird. I might. There's also a slight border, isn't there? Let's do a border radius. I'm just going to do min width of 20 pixels. No, because now that's overflowing, so I can't do that. This is why I do not like flex. Grid, you could do like grid template, row, no, column in this case, and that would work fine. But I can't. I could. So, let's just. I'll show you what I'm trying to do. I can't explain myself right now. Display grid. Then on graph, I can delete that console log. Have I got any other console logs? Nope. So then, for example, we could do something like graph dot, graph area style grid template rows equal data dot length. No, how do I want to do this? Times. I don't know if this is going to work. No, it's definitely not worked. Debugger. Alright, really need to call it a day. Let's do data dot length 7. No, you definitely can't do that. Or can I do data dot map d? No. It's like on the tip of my brain. I do new array of data dot length. Then I can, yeah, let's try this. Let's try this. Whoa. Might do it on one line as well. Just no, let's not do it on one line. I think that's gonna be too complicated. Let grid. I keep calling it rows. It's not rows. That might also be my issue. Oh, it's the best way. You know, what is it? You rule out all of the possibilities until you get it. Or reach C. I'm going to call it 1FR. Then I'm just going to join it. Dot join with a space. And this should also be columns. Get rid of that debugger. Ah, it's still not worked. Let's try again. Refresh. So this grid calls isn't getting populated how I thought. Why is that not working how I thought it would? Alright, I'm going to do an even bodgier job of this. See, yeah, I am just going to do a proper bodge of this. That worked? I don't think it has. I'm going to refresh the page just to double check. Inspect this as a grid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. I thought they would still be. I thought they were meant to be even if you did it like this. Repeat. Oh, we're going to repeat it. Repeat max of. Nope, that's not right. Nope, I have forgotten how to do this. Just do 1FR. So that doesn't work. And if we do 10 pixels, kind of works. Let's get rid of that. Why is my height not right? Oh no, it is. Yeah, it's a percentage. I want to double check height. 100%. Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to call it a day. My brain is broken. Let me first actually create a new repository, and I'm just gonna push this up front end men. What's it called? Expenses chart. Oh, I am having a low blood sugar. Let me just check how low my blood sugar is. It's a bit low. I think I'm going to become a jelly baby one day. Just the amount I eat from my diabetes. Let's push this to GitHub and call it a day. Create a repository. And let's do it. Wait, how do I do this one? Why? There we go. I'm just going to zoom out ever so slightly. Get the net. I added something I shouldn't have added. Nope, nope. That's fine. Origin main. Oh. Right, I think I am going to call that a day because I can't figure this out and I need to sleep on it. Yeah. my brain's not working. Back to the drawing board and learn how to use Flex properly, maybe, rather than just wing it. But let me do it. Where am I at? Oh, I appreciate you staying around for so long, MSK. It's been a good stream. Let's just change this so you don't have to see my OBS screen. Yeah, I'll be back on. Well, I'll be doing my gaming stream on Sunday. That's over on Twitch. I'll probably be playing BattleBit. But otherwise, I'll be streaming again next Wednesday. Probably finishing this off and maybe starting another one. Or hopefully, I've got some other project I can work on. But I hope your project goes well, MS. And yeah, I hope to see you around next time. Have a good evening.